All right, I'm going to have a go at the Observer's weekly Everyman crossword, but first let's have our cryptic clue of the day. Actor, singer, terpsichorean appeared in reviews, entertainer for starters. 7 letters, and I gave you the final letter. Actor, singer, terpsichorean appeared in reviews, entertainer for starters. All right, let's see what Everyman has for us. Here we go. Small timer mucked about in flowing water. Well, small timer is 10 letters, so I'm thinking mucked about is an anagram indicator. Is it something stream? I think it might be the old mill stream. There's a song about that. Okay, culinary paste that's semi-soft in part. Oh, I think we have a hidden clue. Oh, that's clever. It's within semi-soft. We have miso. I've heard of it. I don't think I've ever knowingly eaten it. Section of allegory that amuses youngsters. Oh, we have another hidden clue. I know from watching Cracking the Cryptic and David Webb's that the Times of London supposedly only has one hidden clue per day. Although I think Simon had one recently that seemed to have 2 hidden clues. So maybe they've relaxed that. Anyway, we get 2 hidden in a row and Lego hidden within allegory. It does annoy me in the United States when people refer to Lego in the plural. Anyway, Basic Instinct star. Well, 6'5", surely it's going to be Sharon Stone, succeeded with character of ferryman, not the lead. All right, so succeeded, I think from genealogy, maybe from Debrett's. Is it Debrett's peerage? Can be just the letter S. Oh, and the ferryman, I think, is Charon. So minus the leading letter just becomes Haron. And character, oh, yeah, I'm not sure how we're getting 2 S's here, because I think maybe that S in stone is succeeded, because I think the character of something is its tone. Oh, and thunder has just started outside. We were expecting it. Hopefully it won't be too loud. Um, yeah, oh, maybe star succeeded. Yeah, I'm a little confused by that. Anyway, let's try something like toughly. I'm immediately wondering if it could be roughly. you know, um, it means sort of the same as, I handled it toughly, roughly, but then if something like is roughly equal, I'm going to put it in. It seems a little disappointing, but sometimes they do be like that. Declared Cockneys claim to be aware. All right, we're going to have a Cockneyism where we drop an H. So I presume it's the claim to be aware is going to drop the H, and then it's going to mean declared. I'm thinking like avowed, but I don't see that. All right, let's go back to the across. Pronounced idle, every man's of inferior quality. Oh, pronouncedly, excuse me, idle. Um, pronouncedly makes me think of a homophone, but the everyman's is usually part of the wordplay. It could be I am or I am, I'm. So maybe it's going to mean of inferior quality, like so. But yeah, I don't see that at all. Oh yeah, now the rain has started. Sister inhaling Midgie at Riverside to gain approval more than once. Well, sister inhaling sounds like wordplay. Now, I know what a midge is. I don't know about a midgie. Is that a typo or is that an actual thing? Oh, I'm thinking it might be a gnat. And so maybe sister, yes, because I'm thinking it's going to be to gain approval more than once. I'm thinking about, oh, I think it's going to be the plural of signature. So more than once, you're getting plural signatures. So I think the river might be the Ure, U-R-E. Um, and then his sister S, oh, is sis, S-I-S, of course. There we go. I forgot about the I. All right, look back to see part of castle. Oh, well, if you look, you might peek, and if that is written backwards, it becomes keep, part of a castle. Maternal, well, I see the something O's on the H. I think surely it's going to be mother. Maternal protector, mother something. Healed, mature hornet. Okay, I think we're going to anagram mature hornet. So I think it's going to be Mother Nature is the maternal protector. Not bothered when funds spoiled in American Yard. I'm thinking of Catherine Tate asking her character, am I bothered? Not bothered when funds spoiled. So I think an anagram of funds, maybe? In American Yard. Well, of course, yeah, in America, the yard would be your lawn or your garden. Not bothered. Oh, I think it's going to be unfussy. No, so we have the anagram of funds inside of US for American, and then yard is simply the Y at the end. All right. Doctor taking tablets and joint somewhere in eastern Germany. All right, I think it is going to be maybe a town in eastern Germany. We know that tablets sometimes comes up as E for ecstasy. Maybe we're going to have two E's. And a joint can be a hip, maybe? Is there a German town with HIP in it? What other joint could it be? Knee. And then the doctor that's going to take all of this could be DR or MD. Oh, I'm thinking about Dresden. So there is the doctor, and then E's plural. Oh, and a joint, as in maybe a place where you might go at night for a nightcap. A joint could be a den of iniquity, maybe. Oh, I think to declare might be to aver. And so it's the Cockney's claim to be aware is I've heard, which maybe would sound like averred. Oh, no, maybe it's just have heard. Yeah, have heard, have heard, averred. All right. Around the bend, never starting to move for a century. I think it's going to simply be a century, which would be 100. That's straightforward, but how's the wordplay? Around the bend, never starting to move. I presume never starting. Oh, now maybe it's a word that means around the bend without its starting letter. And then to move, or one thing goes around the other. Yeah, I don't quite get that. Let me pause, take a moment to enjoy my coffee and see if I can make head nor tail of that. No, I still don't get it. I'm just wondering though if we have the word the that doesn't start, might be the HE that's around. And then maybe we have another word for bend is NO something, never starting. But then what's move? No, please educate me in the comments and explain it, assuming this is right, why it is 100. Yeah. All right, so now our pronouncedly idle. I still want it to be so. But maybe it's lo-fi? Ah, yes, if you're idle, you loaf. And so it's, homophone of loaf plus I for everyman, and lo-fi, low fidelity music. Create moment of conception with permeating forms. Oh, that's a great one. I don't get that. I'm just wondering if it could be an anagram of, it is an anagram of permeating. So permeating forms the word for moment of conception, which I think is going to be, this input method always trips my brain up. I think impregnate. I think that must be it. All right, comfortable locale in which Titanic's Jack wished to be. Comfortable locale. Well, of course, he wished to be, I suppose, on the, what was the bit of wood they're floating, or she's floating on at the end, and people are still mad that there wasn't room for him on it. Um, a bed of roses, maybe, is certainly a comfortable. Now, I have to admit a terrible thing, which is that I've never seen the film Titanic. It's a running joke with my friend Joe that I had a feeling in my waters about it, and so I never went to see it. Um, but I know he draws Kate Winslet at one point, and does he say something about a bed of roses? Or unfortunately, I do not know. All right, recovered from man flu, go off scratching bottom somewhere in the Arabian Sea. I love that one. I'm wondering if recovered from might be an anagram indicator for man flu go, maybe. Because I'm immediately thinking of Gulf, and in fact, I'm thinking specifically the Gulf of Oman. And then something scratching its bottom, I think with something without its bottom letter. No, I think it's man flu go off minus the final letter because we only need two F's. Yeah, I think that's it. You shouldn't have tucked into pudding, not nice, ultimately lingering tang. All right, but something F is unusual for a 10-letter word. So I'm thinking it's going to be aftertaste, which might be a lingering tang. Yeah, so I think you shouldn't have is what you say to thank somebody when they give you a gift, but you might shorten that and simply say ta. That goes into afters, which would be pudding in Britain. And then not nice, ultimately. Yeah, I can see nice ultimately is the E. I don't see where the T is coming from. Yeah, I'm just being slow this afternoon, but I'm fairly confident that's the right answer. All right, how about our Spice Girl? Great clue. I presume it's going to be a spice that is also a girl's name. Yeah, let's wait and get some letters for that. But we have some nice starters from our Gulf. Amazes with love falling for old flame, showing some muscle. Yeah, I think it is going to be some muscle. And I'm never good on these, but I'm wondering if there's one, or I think there are ones called, that darn input, flexors. Because I think your old flame is your ex. Love falling for, amazes with, would be part of the wordplay. With love. Yeah, I don't follow this one either. Let me pause and work this one out. Oh, this is a tricky one. It took me a while to get it. So you have to think of a word for amazes, which in this case is floors. But then the love, the O, falls out and is replaced by the EX, well, one of the O's. And so then that gives you the flexors, which are muscles. All right, throw out scheme. I presume it's a double definition. A word, probably the verb to scheme. That can also mean. Oh, I think it might. No, I think it's more the noun. A scheme might be a project. Not 100% convinced by this one, but to throw out, I think, as in to emit, you might project something. So, yeah, I was expecting it to be to throw away, to dispose of, but let's try that. Well, I wonder if our spice is saffron. Let's see if we might have. Ah, yeah, I'm thinking we have something to go with Mother Nature. I think our paternal personage might be a father figure. Rotund, I think, is fat. Shape. Oh, I think shape is figure, and that entertains or surrounds that woman is her. All right, I'm going to go in and put in Safi, and we will find out if that's right. Ponder, cat's noises when heard. All right, well, a cat might meow, or I think you can also have mew. And I think muse sounds like M-U-S-E, which would be to ponder. Licking his lips madly, Rod loves are. Ooh, 10 letters. Rod loves are is 10 letters. So I think madly is telling us to anagram that. And I think it's going to mean licking his lips. is it going to be something like drools? Drools over? Yeah, I think it's going to be drools over. All right. Christmas, well, surely it's going to be Noel. Yeah, Spanish province, I think, is Leon, and that is kicking back or reversed. Financial backer, swindler, fishy type. Well, a financial backer in the theater is an angel, so I think maybe it's going to be an angel, some word for swindler. And then that's going to be, there is an angel fish, but is there an angel? No, I don't know. Oh, let's try this. Model's not half ugly and a little nasty on the inside. Oh dear. One's stuck up. Yeah, surely it's going to be, yeah, I was going to say a pig something, but no, of course, not half of ugly, but we do have half. Oops, I was thinking UG, but I typed IG. All right, so pug and a little nasty, I think is the first letter of nasty. And if you model for something, you might pose. So the UGN goes inside that to get a pug nose, which would be a little stuck up, literally. Usually vivid eyeballs, attribute primarily. All right, here we have our trademark everyman clue. Taking the primary of first letters, we get uvia. I don't know how you pronounce it, but I think it is part of the eyeball. Dinosaur leaving cross with kilometer to arduously walk. So I think the dinosaur is a T-Rex, but you take away the X, the cross, replace it with a kilometer with K, and a trek would be to arduously walk. All right, so must be an angel shark. I don't think I've heard of that. There we go, 25 minutes. I presume it would indicate if I got anything wrong. All right, well, that was fun as always with the Everyman. Always nice to do it on a Sunday afternoon. Anyway, thanks as always for watching and have a great day.